3 quick tips for reading nutrition labels. From what serving sizes really mean to how much fiber should ideally be in a food item. The nutrition facts label was created to give us, the consumer, insight into what's in our foods. From how much sodium and fiber is in a box of cereal to how many servings are in a carton of milk. Knowing this information can help you track macronutrients, ensure you're getting enough vitamins and minerals in your diet, and can even help in the management of certain chronic conditions. When it comes to nutrition, everything from portion size to how much added sugar you should have in your diet, it's best to consult with a healthcare provider who can support you in assessing your needs. So, whether you're unsure how to read the nutrition facts label or want to understand why it's useful in making the best nutrition decisions when purchasing food, here are 3 dietitian-approved tips to the most common questions about nutrition labels. 1. How many servings is that? It's easy to get confused between the serving size, servings per container, and portion size of a food. To get you started, here's a quick rundown. Equates to the amount of nutrients listed. All the information provided in the nutrition facts label is based upon the serving size listed. Serving per container is the total amount of servings per container. It's different for everyone based on their unique health goals and needs, like if they have a medical condition. Moreover, the recommended portion size for each person may not be the same as the serving size listed on the package, particularly if you're managing a condition like diabetes. Once you've identified the food item's serving size, located under the nutrition facts header, it's time to consider what this means for the label as a whole. Let's use a bag of pasta as an example. If the serving size says 1 cup of pasta, the nutrition information below the serving size, fats, carbohydrates, protein, sugars, fiber, only apply to that 1 cup of pasta. That said, serving sizes can be adjusted to meet specific health and weight goals. For example, if you're an endurance athlete or wanting to gain weight, you may need to increase your portion size. This means you'll also increase serving size. You might, instead, want to up your portion size to 2 servings, 2 cups, rather than 1 cup. This means the nutrition info provided, per serving, would also be doubled. 2. Look for the fiber. Most of us understand that fiber is an important part of our diet. But how many Americans are actually consuming enough fiber on a daily basis? As it happens, not enough trusted source. And this is where a nutrition facts label can help. The recommended daily fiber intake depends on age, sex, and calorie intake. General guidelines from the National Academy of Sciences recommends the following daily fiber intakes. If under 50 years old, women 25 grams and men 38 grams. If over 50, women 21 grams and men 30 grams. Pay attention to the grams of fiber per serving on a nutrition facts label. Aim for foods that have a higher fiber amount, at least 5 grams per serving. The nutrition facts label is designed to calculate the percentage of all nutrients in the product, including dietary fiber, based on the daily values percent, DV%. These percentages are calculated on the basis that a person eats a standard 2,000 calories per day. It's important to remember that 2,000 calories per day is more of a guideline. Everyone's dietary requirements are different. When you look at the percentages of any of the nutrients on a label, anything that's 5% or less is considered low. Anything 20% or more is considered high. Fiber is one of those nutrients on the label that should ideally be in the higher range. In other words, look for foods with a fiber DV of around 20% per serving. 3. Know your sugars. There's still a lot of discussion around the issue of added sugar as it pertains to health. It can, however, be agreed upon that in general, a person's daily total added sugar intake should be low. Before delving into what an ideal added sugar intake is for a day, let's first talk about the difference between total sugars and added sugars. A product, both naturally occurring, like sugars in fruit and milk, and added, that's been added during the processing of the food product. Added sugars can include high fructose corn syrup, table sugar, honey, Maple syrup. Concentrated vegetable or fruit juices. Now on to how much. The American Heart Association trusted source recommends women consume no more than 24 grams of added sugar per day, and men consume no more than 36 grams. In other words, this means women, 6 teaspoons of sugar, or 100 calories. Men, 9 teaspoons of sugar, or 150 calories. That said, the 2015 to 2020 dietary guidelines for Americans' trusted source are a little more lenient. They recommend the general public consumes no more than 10% of daily calories from added sugars. As is the case with most issues regarding nutrition, recommendations do vary based on the person and their needs. While it's important to keep an eye on your daily added sugar intake, the reasons for doing so may differ from person to person. For some, it might be to maintain oral health. For others, it might be out of a need to manage or lower the risk of chronic conditions, such as diabetes and heart disease. Knowing how to read labels can help you get the nutrients you need. Being your own health and label reading detective adds another tool to help you take control of your own health and well-being. From understanding how a serving size affects the entire label to learning what the DV% means, using this knowledge can indicate whether you're fueling your body with enough of the nutrients it needs.